Luke chapter 23, verses 39 to 43, it talks about the two thieves who were hung on either side of Jesus' cross. One of them had a very, when I read this, I really felt like this is the kind of response that Jesus gets from two different types of Christians. Okay. So one of the criminal, he basically told Jesus, "Aren't you the Messiah? Save yourself and us." He had a purely earthly perspective. All he wanted to get from Jesus was to get off of the cross. He wanted God to take him out of the cross, take him out of that difficult circumstance that he was in. Whereas the other guy, he rebuked this guy and he says, "Jesus, remember me when you come into your kingdom." He had a very eternal perspective. He didn't think about getting off the cross. He was worried about his eternal life. He said, "Remember me in your kingdom." Okay. So this is the kind of response that we can have when we are faced with our own crosses in our everyday life. Either we are so in tuned into the cross that we are carrying and we want God to just get us off out of that circumstance, or are we having an eternal perspective and are we asking God, remember this, remember me in your kingdom. Okay, we are having an eternal perspective. I think that's the response that we need to have, because that gave immediate attention from Jesus. Jesus immediately said, "Today you will be with me in paradise." Even he wasn't in paradise yet, but he still immediately responded to him. So I think this is the kind of response Jesus expects from us, to have an eternal perspective when we are carrying our everyday cross, and not just a merely, like earthly perspective about how to get off of the cross, but to see what that cross can produce in us eternally. So I hope this video helped someone. Thank you.